Read it too.
Yeah, that's fine. We can write that off. All right, guys. It is the 7th of September, 2022. Mark, this is the summer intern program. You invited yourself on tonight as a special guest speaker to give a life of a CEO and a reflection on ransomware and your viewpoint. But we've got the team here. We've got lots of questions loaded. I think some of them have done a little bit of background research, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
No, absolutely. So welcome, guys. So, Big Rob is he's an honorary member of the family of Xcelerate and also the Drever family. So I've adopted him as my son. He's only slightly older than me and a little less good looking, but anyhow, I enjoy helping him out. So I'd love to meet you guys and understand a little bit about yourselves first. So how do you want to do this, Rob? You want to go around the horn a little bit?
Yeah, let's just go from top to bottom. Adrian.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you, Mark, for taking the time to speak with all of us. It really means the world to each and every single one of us that you take time out of your day to speak with us. I'm currently majoring in cybersecurity, so definitely, I have a couple questions for you. But yeah, I started this internship with Mr. Rob. He's been a great mentor, great guy. We're in our last week, so far so good.
Okay, what school do you go to?
Currently, I'm going to George Mason.
Okay, great.
All right, moving on. Arjun.
Hello, Mr. Drever. I'm Arjun. I'm from North Macedonia in Balkans. I've graduated from the University of Tetovo here in Macedonia at the computer science. Right now, I'm enrolled in the internship with Rob. It's a new experience for me, so it's nice.
Great. Well, welcome.
Next, Ashley.
Hi, Mark. I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you. A little bit about myself. I kind of learned about the defense space because I was an administrative assistant for a small owned business that was a defense contract management agency. So that gave me a lot of exposure to just contracting work in general. And I'm currently a student at Northern Virginia Community College, and I'm majoring in international relations as well as business administration. And like Adrian said, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And thanks for your service, by the way. If you're a civilian working for the government, by the way, that means, we can thank you for your service too. So appreciate that.
All right, next on the list, we have Layla.
Hello, I'm Layla. I just finished my associate's degree in business administration at Northern Virginia Community College. I plan to transfer to George Mason in the spring. This is my first internship. I joined on to be a part of something and learn about cyber news, and I've learned a lot being here. So excited. And thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for making the time.
Last but not least, we have Visual.
Hi, I'm Vishal Mehta, and I currently have an internship with Rob. And it's been a really great experience to gain experience with cybersecurity because I am currently majoring in interdisciplinary studies with a concentration in cybersecurity. I'm currently enrolled at Virginia Commonwealth University, and VCU doesn't offer a cybersecurity major, so I decided to make my own major.
Awesome. Congratulations on doing that. VCU is a great school. Maybe we should figure out a way to get them to open a cyber school. Maybe they'll name it after you since you created your own.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're missing one person, Dover, and he's just finished in class, so he'll be joining a little bit later. But all of these kids might come from different walks of life. They're all specializing in different areas, from administration, communication, marketing, and cyber, graphics design, website. So, and everyone brings their own experience and flavor to the team. And I'm very fortunate to have or start off with 8 summer interns, and I believe I'm going to finish with 8. So it's quite a remarkable achievement.
Awesome. So Rob, what kind of what format would you like here? Would you like me to kind of take the guys through just kind of an overview presentation of the company, and then talk a little bit about, kind of our experience with cyber ransomware, or how would you like to do it?
Yeah, I think so. That'd be really cool. Like a 30,000-foot view of the company, what you do and how you do it. And, especially I think the guys are interested to know, the reaction from a CEO with ransomware,
Sure.
like a real world example.
Sure. No, absolutely. So give me 1 second here, because I'm going to pull up a document that I think will be a good document for you guys to see.
While you're looking that up, do you mind just going over how you got into the DoD space? I see that you started in 2005 as a program executive. Could you maybe speak on that? How you got into the...
Yeah, sure. No, I actually started my career in 2000. I actually started my career in 1998, really, where I started working in the aerospace and defense industry, specifically I interned with a company called Coopers and Lybrand, which you kids probably never have heard of. But Coopers and Lybrand was merged with Price Waterhouse, and they became Price Waterhouse Coopers. And then Price Waterhouse Coopers, about 5 years into that journey, decided they were a Big Four accounting firm, and consulting firm, management consulting firm. And there's been this kind of movement over the last 25 years of these firms that are primarily audit or tax firms that build out consulting practices, and then people say, well, wait a second, that's a conflict of interest because you're auditing their books, and how can you be doing these other projects for them? And so then these companies, they build these things up to like $1 billion, and then they sell them off, and they do their 5-year non-compete, and then they start it back up again and build it up to a couple $1 billion and sell it off again. So I kind of went through that cycle. I was with Coopers. It started off as an intern working in a proposal shop. Really didn't know anything about anything, and just kind of had to learn my way through it. But I was willing to work hard and do whatever it took to get the job done. And so, as I continued to do a good job and work hard, which included, fetching coffee and donuts and making photocopies, and yes, sir, okay, sir, how many bags full, sir? Right? That's the mentality you have to have. Or yes, ma'am, okay, ma'am, how many bags full, ma'am? So, you just have to have that mentality of doing anything that anybody asks you to do. And when you do a great job for them, you count on the fact that they're going to give you something a little bit harder to do next time. And I just kept doing that. And I did that for the first 12 years of my career. I had a tremendous opportunity while I was working at especially once IBM bought us. Along the way, I went and got my MBA at the University of Georgia. So about 4 or 5 years into my career, I did that. I graduated with my MBA in 2004 from Georgia. I did that while working full time, while being married, while having a child. We're trying to have children essentially at that point. So, every night and weekend for 27 months, I was working 50 to 60 hours a week, every week in my normal day job. And then I would come home and I'd have to study for, 3 or 4 hours a night. And then every weekend, with the exception of one day, one weekend a month, I was in the office studying for 27 months. So, that level of commitment is kind of what it took to get to the next level. IBM and PwC were really kind of up or out models. You either grew and grew to become the next level within a certain period of time, or they moved you out of the business. It's just they create leaders there, and that's what they want. And so I was always a leader, outside the boardroom. I was a big athlete. I played football and baseball, played football in college. Rob's lucky he never played against me because I might have broken his other leg, but it's a joke, of course, because he's about twice my size. But yeah, had a lot of fun doing that. And, I just kept building my career and just stayed, laser-like focused on it. I would outwork anybody. I'm extremely passionate about the national security mission space. So, all I ever wanted to do since I was a little boy was serve. And so it was kind of a natural alignment for me to get into. I couldn't serve because I was in an accident when I was 16. I injured my eye. That's for a different story over a beer. And I found that the next best thing to serving is serving those who do serve. And so I just got a real passion for the warfighter and for folks who are helping make America safe. and I just knew that that was really what I was born to do. You know, I'm a unique individual, as Rob has told you. I'm the person that would say that, you know, on my tombstone, and if I die before Rob does, he'll make sure it says it. It's going to say, I wish I could have worked one more day to help make America safer. My business is my life, and my life is my business. So I got really great training for 12 years, almost 13 years at Cooper's, PwC, and IBM. I worked for the same group. We just merged or acquired. And then I started my own firm on September 11th, 2009. And I picked that day because it was a day that brought so much sadness to so many people in this country. I wanted something to look forward to on that anniversary, knowing that everything that I was focused my life and my career on was to help make this country safer and to bring those to justice who caused that issue on 9/11. So very passionate about it. That's why I do what I do. You know, I think you guys all need to figure out your why. If you haven't listened to Simon Sinek, Rob, you should put that on the TED Talk list for them if you haven't done it already. And you guys should all figure out your why. And you should figure out why you want to do what you want to do. Because if you figure out your why, the level of passion, you know, work doesn't become work. It becomes passion and fun. And, you know, we can all do things to make money. And everybody that's sitting here could go someplace else and make more money than you're making right now. And I'm sure if you're working for Rob, you're making very little. But anyway, that's a joke, Rob. You're supposed to laugh. No, Rob's a wonderful guy. He loves to take care of people. He loves to grow young talent. And I think that's why he asked me to speak to you guys today. He and I have a similar passion in doing that. And we both have a similar passion for protecting not just our country, but the world. And, you know, the work that Rob has done in support of the Australian, you know, Ministry of Defense and Homeland Security equivalent is tremendous. And he brings just a ton of credibility to the table. I think with everything, he was the first person I called when we went through a cyber attack. So I can take you guys through that as well and kind of talk to you a little bit about it. But before I do that, I kind of gave you my backstory, which was a long-winded answer. And we can take an hour here, Rob. I got an hour if these guys have it. You know, it's my pleasure to do this for you guys, by the way. I also believe it's my social responsibility to do things like this, is to influence the next generation of folks coming up, to give you guys something to look forward to look up to, and to give you a hand along the way. And if there's anything I can do, you know, after this call to help any of you, I'm very happy to do that. You know, I believe that's just, people help me get to where I am, and it's my turn in life. The next third of my life is going to be focused on giving back and taking care of, you know, the next generation of leaders in this country. And you guys clearly, I think, want to be leaders at something, because you're here, you know, on an evening at 7 p.m., you know, having a conversation with a bunch of other people that, you know, while your friends are probably out drinking beer or playing tennis or, you know, golf or who knows, video games, whatever. So, you know, I think that demonstrates a lot that you guys are willing to put in the work and the effort to be interns. So, you know, don't lose that, and don't lose my number or my contact info. And you know, I'm happy to help you guys any way I can. So with that, I'll share a document with you guys. So, of course, if I can figure out how to share.
Yeah, top right-hand side beside the leave. Don't hit the leave, but hit the share with the up arrow.
Yeah, I got it here. Here we go.
What a beautiful story. Thank you so much for guiding us through your work experience, your passion. Really, really beautiful story. I definitely agree with you that, you know, hard work is the foundation to all success. So I definitely, I love your story.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I don't know why that document's not coming up. I got it pulled up on my screen here. Let me see if I can share my screen in a different way. See, this is the problem with being a CEO. I usually have somebody here that's doing it for me. Here we go, share.
And Mark
Screen.
started off as an intern as well, guys. So
yeah, exactly. And that's the other reason why I wanted to speak to you guys. All right, can you guys see
yep.
the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, great. So let's see if I can do this so I can see you guys while we're going through it. Okay, so this is just to give you guys a heads up. This is a confidential information presentation. So Robert, I'd actually appreciate it if you would stop recording this.
Can do that.
And what I'm going to take you guys through is I'm in the process of selling this company. So I've had the company for 13 years.